Brave Fencer Musashi. Let's do it!
All right. So I want to put this out first. You can very much put this at the end, but I need to go over the Sky Castle puzzle with you because I don't think you understand how crazy.
Well, do you want to go in order? Like start Earth?
We should start earlier than that, but says I want you to know, Kyle and I were screaming at the
Loser
stream while you were running.
Top of our lungs.
Like just losing our shit because you have no idea how close you cut it, my guy. Like it genuinely incredible. We will get there.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna pretense it. We'll let that simmer for a little bit. We'll come back to the Sky Castle puzzle because
Fair enough.
D, I want you to know I did the math. I have the math to it.
Did you?
Yes,
Oh hell yeah!
I have the math for this. So
awesome.
Anyway, continue with what you want to start with.
I just wanted to say, like, so this was your childhood basically,
yes.
Kyle, correct? Like this was your game. You've been trying to get us to play this for years. Me especially. Years. And it took this whole pretense for us to finally get off our ass and play it. I had no idea what I was getting into. It says, I don't think you were familiar.
I had no idea this game existed.
Okay, you didn't know at all.
No.
Right? So
my ignorance is strong, dude.
Because it was 90 Square at the height of their powers with that Final Fantasy VII money, right? And I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be, like, ridiculous production and everything. I did not expect the longest Saturday morning cartoon I've ever played.
That's the impression that got you?
Immediately.
Oh.
Immediately, that's what I clocked this game as. It's like, oh, this is like an anime I would have watched on Toonami or something. Like,
it's got Steve Blum in it, so...
Oh, sure.
Yeah, twice. Technically, he's one guy, but, you know, anyway.
Anyways. Spoilers!
What a twist.
No, it was that, and it was like, oh my god, it's like 4Kids tier voice acting, like, problem of the week set up for the chapters that are, like, technically related, but they're only about as related as, like, I don't know, any given anime where they're chasing a million MacGuffin Inuyasha. Like, it's that kind of thing the entire way through. I had no idea. I had no idea that's what this was. It was very charming.
I think at that point, whenever you meet the bartender and he's drunk off soda pop, you go, oh, all right.
Yeah, we're doing the punch out thing, like, immediately. Soda Popinski, no. Yeah.
No. Why are you in the Yu-Gi-Oh dungeon drunk on soda pop giving strangers cake? What is happening right now?
Eating all the jelly donuts. Yeah, they're all gone. Yeah, oh, not again. No, localization was different, right? Like, it was completely unrecognizable from today, but it's still just, I find that so charming. It's just like, yeah, we can't trust these kids to not immediately raid their parents' liquor cabinet if they see a character in a video game drinking.
Because let me tell you, my favorite character in the Brave Fencer Musashi franchise is the drunk bartender that let out the fucking zombie vampires. Like that, yeah. That's the guy I latch to the most.
Yeah, and mine's acrobat sausages, yeah.
Give me an orange. I'll show you a trick, kid.
Yeah, that's something that stood out to me is just, like, how many characters in this guy. I'd say about a quarter of the roster are just, like, incredibly camp and have drag names. Like, it is honestly fucking funny as anything to just run up to somebody and be like, hi, I'm Sloppy Joe the toilet cleaner, and I am Totino's pizza boy. It's like, who the fuck are you? What do you mean? And then you visit him later, it's like...
That's a guy from All You Can Eat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the All You Can Eat Kingdom. And you meet him again later, and his response is, bet you forgot my name. It's Sloppy Joe, the toilet bowl man. Hell yeah, bro. And then he never shows up again.
I love it.
I want to clean every toilet bowl in the world. That was his dream, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, his full chest is toilet bowl cleaning, and then you meet him again. He's like, "You didn't forget my name, did you?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, oh,
how could I forget it?
Should I have?
It is diabolical to name the janitor who cleans toilets Sloppy Joe. Just absolutely vile. That's disgusting.
You know the developers in the writing room were pissing themselves laughing at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the translators are just like, hey man, check this out.
What?
Slid the doc over.
Why don't we call this fucking guy Sloppy Joe? And just everyone's knees get a slapping.
I can't remember who the one it was, but I think it was Salmonella was another one that was in the game.
Oh, the poison tester?
Yes, the taster. That's who it was.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I might get to actually go from poison testing to quality testing soon. This place rules.
I love this kingdom. I love job security. You get him out of the Bincho field. The first thing he says is like, oh, nope, that's poison. Wait, where am I?
Immediately. Yeah, exactly that. Oh my gosh, I forgot about
It is.
all of the...
It's so good.
What is it, all 35 of them? I think there's 35.
Yeah. 35.
So we all saved all of them, right?
Yes.
Like, that was... We all did?
Yes.
It feels like the game pretty well guides you, with the exception of, like, maybe 2 of them.
There's a few in Twin Peak Mountain I'm surprised y'all found, because they are off the beaten path.
Trying to remember which 2 they are.
Is the ones that need the water
Weaver.
scroll. Like,
So there's one that doesn't need the water scroll, I don't think, but needs the double jump.
Yeah.
And I found where she was at because I fell off the cliff, caught a glimpse of a diamond, and went, no shit. And then I proceeded to throw myself into the river like 5 times, realized I couldn't get it yet, and left.
says that's the one that you were, when I told you about the UI trick with Bincho fields. We were like,
Right, because I didn't understand that the more glowy hot-cold game that it was doing.
Yeah.
And then when I climbed on the pole and I jumped across, you were like, maybe you don't have the the right tools for that, bud.
I didn't want
And-
to tell you were going to get a double jump, but
Right,
you were like
exactly.
throwing yourself into the river, and I'm like, listen, guy, like, just come
You
back.
forget, we all came from QA testing, especially from our previous job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In gaming, but I was trying to climb up that dragon spine where you get the earth. Like, I was like, I bet you I could glitch this. And I'm like trying to use fusion. I'm trying to use Lumina. I'm trying to jump off this. I'm trying to glitch it somehow. And it's like, nope, solid as a rock. I guess I gotta come back.
I'm still pretty confident there's got to be a way to land on that.
There has to be.
I'm not 100%, but I feel like you're so close with a single jump already. There's probably a way to do it. I
Probably.
don't know what it is. For all I know, they could put an invisible wall on there until you hit that flag. But, like,
Sure.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Yes, I doubt it as well. Speaking of Crest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of Crest, I did not put many topics on the list here because I figured I would answer more than inquire. Because, again, y'all were ingesting this game for the first time, and this is like game 20 for me of running this. Not many times I've beaten it, but I sure as hell played it a lot. I have a good feeling I know what the best one is, but give me all your best and worst dungeon of the game.
I do have to think.
I have best locked. I think we could basically 3, 2, 1 say it at the same time, right, Says?
Yeah, I think we all have the best one put together pretty well.
Do we? I don't know. I'm a little different when it comes to this. I don't know.
All right. Well,
Okay.
If there's an obvious answer
how
in the
about this?
room, I might not know it.
I feel like the answer's obvious. So what I will say is, Says you go first. Tell us what your best dungeon is, and if it is the dungeon that D and I are thinking of, we'll let you know because I have a good gut feeling.
Oh,
gut
wait,
feeling.
I am stupid. It is the bowling dungeon.
It's the
Bowling
bowling
dungeon.
dungeon.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my
Bowling-
god.
the bowling dungeon.
So I did pass the test. I couldn't remember if it was... That's the fire guy, right? The fire crest?
It's like a quarter of the fire dungeon, but because it's split into like, hey, we had 4 different ideas and none of them are enough for a dungeon, so we're gonna do all of them.
The 4 eyeballs.
Dungeon?
I thought that was done
Yeah.
super well because you had the ghost
that,
one.
yeah.
You had... Oh, I'm trying to remember all of them now, and I just played it.
There's a ghost one, there's a lava one, there's
like a jumping puzzle,
the
yeah.
bowling, obviously.
You've like the
Right,
and
aggro
then-
crag of
the fucking teleporter.
oh
one.
yeah
Oh, the
tele-
coin flip dungeon. So
That one sucks. Okay, yeah. Hey, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. All right, like, that one's.
yeah.
I thought I would be... What is it? I was going to say, I thought I would be like the cool guy. I'm like, I'm going to go left first. And the game was immediately like, you're wrong. So that's cool.
Can I tell you I think there's 3 or 4 coin flips in that particular dungeon.
3.
Can I tell you
because I had to redo it.
I hit them all wrong the first time. I mean, incredible luck.
That sucks. That absolutely sucks. And I feel bad for you. I got lucky until the literal last one, and I think that was more emotionally damaging than anything else, realizing, oh, wait, those were missable? Like, just, what do you mean?
And now you've second-guessed everything you've done.
Well, and then the game proceeded to get its revenge in the endgame gauntlet, but that's for later. The trial and error gauntlet ruined me. That was brutal.
To backtrack, I remembered this dungeon because I had the 90s gamer moment where I forgot to save. So I should explain this. I went to do the Vambies, get the rope for the cake guy, died, and then I got a different screen the first time. And I was like, okay, did I actually die? And then it said, memory box, save game. And I go,
yeah.
Yeah. When did I save last?
When was the last time did I save? I think I lost like an hour, and I had to do 2 out of those 4 dungeons, and one of them was the coin flip dungeon again. So I didn't even get to do the bowling dungeon a second time. So it wasn't even that great. And I had to save all the Bincho people from their Bincho life on the ghost track.
Fuck my Bincho life.
I felt so smart getting the ghost guy where you jump and it's wrong, and then you're like, oh, you found a Bincho guy, and it was the guy that teaches you like the crazy slash move, the 4-hit X triangle move. I was like, oh, cool, and I was like, great, now I gotta do all this stuff again. And I remember that dungeon because you have to go right, left, because I had to do it twice because I saved the lady with the cloth as well. There was like a whole 50 minutes that I missed, and I just circled through it, and I killed it in like 15 minutes when I wasn't listening to the VO, when I wasn't going to. So you can blitz through this game if you just do not care about whimsy.
Yeah.
Like if you just want to play the game.
You can exhibit whimsy-less behavior and play this. I would say, though, like, this game's structure is such that, yes, you can just tear ass through it if you want to, but I feel like if you're not taking your time and enjoying the whimsy bits, there's kind of not a lot to it.
There's not.
The game is short.
It's short, but then also, like...
The game can be short.
For having a million ideas, there's not a lot of game on this game. Like, it has a ton of things that it has you do exactly once, but, like, there's only really an action sequence at the beginning and the end, right? Like, something that, to some extent, is testing skill, except the first one is just there to teach you, like, hey, movement, you know? Like, on a basic level. And then they give you the garden gauntlet at the end, and the you know, trial and error, use your abilities maze, right? But, like, everything in the middle is almost more of, like, a point-and-click adventure with some platforming than anything else. And that was really surprising. I was like, oh, some of these chapters are, like, nothing but talking to people. Like... Absolutely.
There was a lot of exposition. I agree. But let's go back to... Sorry to cut you off. Let's go back to, like, the opening sequence. I have to get this out of the room.
Okay.
Did you know what to do? Did you know what to do when you saw the Steam Knight?
I don't remember.
When there was a giant arrow... Okay. First battle, Steam Knight. You break both his kneecaps. The steam empties. He, like, falls over.
You hit him in the head.
He opens up his, like, little cavity. You break that, like, whatever that crystal was. And then there's a giant pointing arrow.
Right to the Russie.
Right to his midsection.
Yeah.
Did you figure that out immediately, or was it me being stupid for 5 minutes and climbing over him and testing everything else before I figured out that you could just pick him up and throw him through the goddamn wall?
I 100% just got too close, picked him up, realized that was a thing I could do, and did nothing else.
Dude,
they don't explain
in the VOD, you see me struggle for 6 minutes.
Oh no!
How to pick this guy. I lose my gamer card over this. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm embarrassed. Like, you win some, you lose some. I have to take the L on this day.
If it makes you feel any better, the opening sequence got fucked on me too when I had to play Crash Bincho at one point, and just got my ass ran over Like,
Oh,
it was
yes.
not... I was so bad at it. I've never been good at the run at the screen bits of those, right? And the second I was doing that, I was like, if this is a thing that I'm going to be doing a lot of, fuck my Bincho life. Like, I'm done for.
I love that.
And then it
sequence.
proceeds to, it was a great sequence, but then it proceeds to never use that idea again, which is a pattern through this entire game of just like, here's a cool thing, you will never see this. Like,
I kind of get that. But here, back up even more. Remember when it needed a living being to get Lumina?
I do.
You cut 4 more minutes of just me trying to throw a guy. I figured out, I could pick up guys. I could throw them with square, right? I was throwing them over the button. And I was like, I'll just lure him on the button. All 3 guys get right next to me, don't get on the button. And I'm like, great. So now I have to pick them up and throw them. I didn't know that you could hit triangle, because I didn't test the buttons, that you can just throw them straight up.
Yeah.
Again, this took like... Here's... To sum this all up...
The funniest part about that
It took me 5 hours and 54 minutes to get the Earth Scroll off of no guidance.
See, I wasted...
And I had
you know what I-
$17,000, 780.
you were loaded. I need to explain this because I didn't see you play the first part of the game.
Oh, you didn't miss
when
much.
you threw the guy up in the air.
No, you missed a lot, because none of it mattered.
I'm sure. When you threw the guy in the air, was that how you got that taken care of? Was you threw him up in the air and
No.
then grabbed Lumina? Or okay.
No. I literally went to Lumina, 180'd, and then kept throwing them like it was a carnival game.
So
I
you
just would
didn't
miss.
So you
solved it
didn't
wrong.
stun him? So you didn't stun him?
No.
No. You didn't do the tutorial part of the game?
No, I did not.
The whole fucking point was to tell you how to assimilate people, and you were like, no.
I decided
got
to
this.
Harlem Globetrotter and try to swish it to get Lumina. I'm telling you, the first 15 minutes is just a butt carnival of just errors.
I want you to put a pin on this when we come back to the Sky Castle puzzle. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, you did get your revenge on the game eventually, and you don't even know it.
That's very true.
We got best dungeon pretty much on a lock. It was bowling time with the zombies.
So, yeah.
What was the worst dungeon for y'all?
Ooh.
Okay. I have to think.
I will start while y'all think, because I have a good idea what it might be for y'all, but my personal one, what I hated, I won't say worst as in like worst designed, I will just say like worst in terms of enjoyment. Literally the first time you go into the mines and you're introduced to poison was the worst part of the dungeon for me, because this game throughout its entirety really relies on you reading the room, and nothing is given to you. Nothing is explained except for little like 1 to 2 sentence blurbs on the pause menu, and that's how you give yourself the opportunity to pick up where you may have left off. But if you don't go and buy antidotes, the game's not going to tell you, hey, the poison's coming, by the way. So 10-year-old me, when I first played this game, went into those old mines and hit a brick fucking wall because I kept getting poisoned, and your movement is stunted. You slowly lose health, and when you lose health, you passively use your BP to regain your health. So you're losing all of your BP. You're slow. You can't attack anybody with your fusion sword. You can only hit them with Lumina. That shit was so frustrating to me because I would burn through antidotes, not knowing the assimilation trick that you can, I don't know, you just rub your head against every point of the game. But that dungeon fucking still gives me PTSD to this day, because I just remember as a kid spending hours trying to get through that section and just having the worst fucking time.
I could absolutely see that. I was sufficiently traumatized by poison in other RPGs and like Pokemon and all that, like, as soon as I saw there were antidotes in the shop, I just went fuck and bought 2 of them. Like the first thing I did when I saw the shop before health was buy 2 things labeled cures poison. Okay. And just like, standard protocol for me as a kid even. So like I get it. I do not share the same worst dungeon as you, though, as a result.
That's why I wanted to go first, because I have a feeling what y'all's might be, but I knew mine probably wasn't going to be y'all's.
That was the wind?
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of like a part 1, part 2, because once you get the wind scroll, you have to go back into the mines and deal with more fucking poison, but, like, that's the first time you deal with status effects. Like, really the first time you deal with status effects in the game. Because most of the time, you're not, like, super-ass tired by then. You kind of understand the give and takes of, like, power napping. So, like, being tired really isn't an ailment you have to worry about. But if you don't have an antidote, you're just fucking poisoned until you fix it. It's not a timing thing. You're just poisoned forever until you either assimilate the one enemy that gives you an antidote, which 10-year-old me did not know at the time, or you have an antidote, or you go all the way back home. And that's a trek from the mines where you can get poisoned to where Hotello is with the inn. Oh, that's a fucking walk, man.
Where you have to go sweat it out in the hotel.
Yeah. Here's a snack in the ugly room, and you're like, thanks.
Yeah. You didn't get the shot? You didn't spend the 500 bones to get that?
Oh, no, you have to. But nothing made me happier than going to Hotello. And he's like, hey, man, thanks for saving the town. You want this fuck-ass room for $200? You're like, you bet. Give it.
I think I paid for exactly one room the entire time. I just went back to the castle constantly.
Nah, I bankrolled Hotello, man.
I can't imagine.
Bankrolled him. Why? I don't fucking know. It was free. It was 20 steps over, and it was free. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna hit this Airbnb 200 feet from my house. It just feels
Man, I
right.
don't know. Sometimes a staycation hits. What can I say?
It just hits, man. It's close. It's next to the grocery store. I go buy my action figures.
Oh,
like,
can we
listen,
stop?
don't
Okay,
hate.
before we talk about more shitty dungeons, can we talk about the action figures for a second? Great vestigial feature that I barely touched. Like,
Oh, it's awesome.
I love them. I love that you can leave them like CIB if you want to.
NRFB, baby. NRFB.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Never remove from Vax.
It's so funny. Like, it's just, they put so much effort into their model viewer. It's crazy. Like, I bought a few. One of the farmers is like obsessed with them, and he kept saying, man, I sure want this thing, and I'd buy one. He wouldn't take it from me. I was like, well, screw this guy. I'm going to play with it. And then I did. But that was like the only way I really engaged with it beyond when I first caught the store open and just bought one of like the guy that you beat up in the intro who doesn't show up again until like the cliff and the end.
Rutrick.
Yeah. Because he had, like, I don't know, like, who cares? Karate chop action or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I want to see that.
Karate chop!
I love that little shop, even though I did not mess with it that much once I realized there was
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
That's so good.
There's more talking points in a minute on that one. All right.
Yeah.
Worst dungeon. You were.
I'll jump in on this one. So a bit of a weird pick. I'm just gonna say it's Twin Peak Mountain.
Really?
I don't like Twin Peak Mountain, and I'll tell you why. That motherfucker is the longest squiggly, straight, otherwise, like, unvaried line you'll ever see, until they make you backtrack it again with water, at which point it sucks a little bit less, but then you have to go up and it sucks again. I enjoyed it fine enough, because I overall, I like the game. I don't think any particular dungeon in this is terrible. There are bosses in this I don't like, but that's not a dungeon, right? I didn't find Twin Peak interesting. It felt like I was playing a crappy Goemon game. Like, it's just platforming. I don't know. It's okay. Like, the music's great. Sounds like theme of adventure. I'm having a good time and all of that. And then, like, I get body blocked by Shrinko, and I have to, get the hang of the rotating poles that only work when you're in the opposite orientation of where you need to go. And it's just like, and the camera angle that switches when you're jumping across the river and drops you in the water.
Camera angle scared me 4 or 5 times. I'm gonna cut that in probably where I just get super frustrated and you see me swing Lumina out of just
try to cut the pole down and make a bridge.
Where I get tank controlled in the worst time. I made it and then I lose, I don't know, 18 health or however much it was at the time.
Ooh! I knew I didn't like the pole movement when I made all 3, the camera went screwy, and I drowned in the land.
Ooh.
Because there's a little bit where you don't quite make it, but you fall through the earth, right? And Musashi just went bloop through the rock. And I was like, okay, okay, Twin Peak, I see what's up.
You just made the list.
Yeah, pretty much.
With the proviso that I don't think it's actually awful, it was my least favorite.
That's fair. All right, says worst dungeon.
You know, it might, for the reasons that are probably not the games, but because of my incompetence, it probably is Twin Peak because I spent like 5 hours there.
Hell yeah, dude!
God damn it!
Like, I learned every nook, cranny, coin, BP power up. Like
You did spend a work shift in Twin Peak Mountain. That is fair.
I did, and it's upsetting because I thought I was clever to get past Steamwood.
Which, by the way, shout out or honorary mention to the Steamwood puzzle you have to do twice, being on the ass end of the dungeons in this game.
My God,
that might be the worst screen. The second version might be the worst screen because I visibly got upset. Where
I remember watching the second time you did it because I know you ran out of time once, which is already infuriating. But then you got to the second time, and what was your number? I think you had like 37 seconds left before the place exploded, which, by the way, is not 37 real seconds. That's like 10 seconds before it was going to make you fucking do it all over again.
it was less than a minute, but it was more than, I want to say, 20 or 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time I did it, I was like, where's the handle? And I already lost, like, I don't know, 2 minutes of time because I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, they're going to go through this. And I had to find, handle 1, 4, and 8. And I could not make the jump on 5 multiple times because this is a PS1 game. You only got 8 directions, dog. If you do not do all 8 within 60 seconds or whatever the other timer is, you have to start from 1 again. So you get 3 chances max before you up and kill everybody that's in all you can eat.
I'll give you a tiny anecdote, which is why I wanted to bring up Steamwood in the first place. Because I've had this game on emulation for a while. It's been sitting on my computer for at least, I want to say, 2 years. And probably a year ago, maybe a year and a half, I was like, you know what? I don't really have anything I want to play right now that's of current. I've got the emulator set up. Let me give this a spin. And remember just like how much I enjoyed the game. I got to Steamwood, went through the puzzle. I got to panel 8. This is the first time, not the second time. And I just could not commit. I could not hit it just right. I would hit it like twice, miss it once, and missing it once would take it down like 3 notches. And I'm watching the timer go lower and lower and lower, and I start panicking. I messed it up at 8. The whole castle blew up. I deleted my save file. I was like, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm done.
I didn't know you could do a hardcore run. That's sick.
I played in permadeath. Yeah. He died at Steamwood, and then I deleted my emulator. No, it's just like,
wow.
I have such bad fucking memories of Steamwood because like it's not a hard puzzle, but if you don't do it just right, the game is like, you had one chance, big dog. Go fuck yourself. Do it again.
Let me put you back in the headspace of past Demetri really quick. So whenever I intend to cover a game, just generally speaking, I keep a notepad next to me just so I can write stuff down because I will forget. And sometimes past Demetri has opinions about things that current Demetri forgets. I have my stuff from chapter 2, if I may. I'm gonna hit you with some highlights here. I fucked around for a week before accomplishing anything.
Nice.
I don't think I liked Dog Time, which was the Twin Peak, the first chunk of Twin Peak. Steve Blum, oh my god. The first realization that this whole game is just Square flexing 90s budgets, right? The magical Bincho teleport dock on the mountain that's actually supposed to act as a thing that zones you, but I didn't know about water walking yet, so I just kept stepping on it and getting into a loading zone and stepping one step and getting into a loading zone and getting pissed off.
I know exactly what you're talking about, too.
And then, in way more text than any other part of this for this chapter, Steamwood sucks, dog. And I'm just like, all this other shit that I have following it. These are the consequences of poor STO procedures in manufacturing. I was so mad about the existence of Steamwood. And, like, I'm somebody who loves a big glaring timer. Like, I love Dead Rising. I'm a big fan of when a game is like, hey, you have this much actual time to do the important thing. Get to it, asshole. I love that shit. When I saw the giant timer pop, I was like, oh, hell yeah, crisis mode, this is awesome. And then I realized what I had to do, and no joke, if I wasn't doing it for this book club, I would have been like, no.
Right.
We're not doing this. Like, this sucks. So imagine my fucking reaction when they have you do it again. And then I did it on the first try with no issue whatsoever.
Well, because you even double jump at that point, it's like, okay.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, so the first time I did it, I didn't realize you had to step on the intermediate, like, sections to get past the steamed parts.
Oh, the little red
that are in front of some of the
part that goes
Right,
onto
so-
the plinth or whatever you want to call it that can make you
Exactly.
spin.
I didn't clock that as interactable.
Oh.
Right? So I was, like, trying to find a way through, and I was, like, losing my minute timer that they give you when you start cranking it. Right? Because then you have to keep that going all the way through the tower. I didn't realize that was jumpable, so the first time I died in Steamwood was specifically because I was like, I figured that out, and I had like 2 hours of in-game time left. You know what I mean? Like nothing,
Right.
just absolutely like, oh god damn it,
Screwed.
And then Steamwood exploded.
Yep.
The second time I did get it, but I got it by a hair. It was awful. But I wasted a lot of time the first time even getting there in the first place. So like, yeah, not wildly hard. Hated every second of it. It was genuinely lousy.
Fuck Steamwood, man.
Steamwood's awful.
One thing that I loved about just even the game in general is the little blips that did pop up. The timer, the fire that happened when you had to put out all the fires in the station. That gave me like a real sense of, oh, like I need to save these people. I'm going to die. Like I'm going to die. They're going to die. We're history. So going back to like little kid me, I'd be like, oh no, people are like, there's lives at stake. Like, it would really play into the imaginative part of my brain. And I'd be like, I have to try my hardest at, like, Brave Hero Musashi. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And then when you just, like, up and can't jump onto any of the steam, where you're like, I need to save my heroes. And then it's the Spider-Man 2, I am going to die.
Wow,
It
it feels
like, maybe
like,
I wasn't cut out for this.
it feels like you failed a test, you know?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just like, oh, I'm not gonna have a good job after this. I guess my life is over. Like
I was gonna say bosses, if there's any other bosses you want to go over.
we should do best and worst for that too. Why not?
Dude. I feel like there's a lot of challengers for worst, but I don't know what I would constitute
So
as the best.
here's what I'm gonna do. I found a list of these that somebody else considers bosses. There are one or two here that I would not have counted. Personally.
Okay.
I sent this to Sez earlier because we were mentioning they count 13.
Yeah.
I'll go first because I have it in front of me.
This is perfect.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Worst, Kojiro.
What?
What the
100%.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I love
Like,
beating that
he-
little
what
sucker.
he-
That was
Oh, that
awesome.
kid sucks, dude. Beating him up is funny, but like, my god, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's not a
It's
boss fight.
nothing. They introduced the red mirror version of you, and he sucks that much ass. Like, what are we doing? Oh my god! Like, wow. Wow. No, my actual worst time was Queen Ant, but Kojiro is just hilariously weak. Like, just there's nothing.
Oh
there.
man, did you watch me struggle on Queen Ant? Because I didn't know there was a button mash technique, and I ate 3 cheeses and ate like 900 damage.
Dude, I
by
ate,
not even moving anything on the controller.
I
dude.
ate more healing on Queen Ant than the entire endgame gauntlet.
Yeah.
In terms of item slots, like the amount of items I burned, hated Queen Ant.
I liked the boss fight. I literally just took it like a Souls character and just didn't do anything, and I just got wailed on.
Yeah.
Kept throwing up on me, taking 20 damage. I'm like, why does this move not end? And then I literally just like started getting frustrated, and I go, I'm the stupidest, smartest person I ever knew. I already used
I'm a
all my
genius
healing.
level idiot,
Time
yeah.
to beat her for real, I guess. Like, I made it more difficult for no reason. But, like,
So here-
my stupid brain just didn't say, like, mash the buttons so that you can get ungrappled. What do you do when you're grappled? You struggle free.
Sure.
So,
So here's
I-
which doesn't work on Dark Lumina, by the way.
No.
Thing I don't like about Queen Ant that bothers me, I still think Kojiro's the worst just because he's such a wet fart.
Sure.
But Queen Ant is annoying because every other Crest Guardian fight that you do, except for Tower of Death, we'll get to that, has you chipping away at the thing until it finally makes the gem available and then you hit it. You do that with Queen Ant and it visibly does nothing because the gem in the head isn't real, it's just the tail.
Right.
Right? And like the language they've established up until that point is subverted with Queen Ant in a way that I just wasn't clicking with when I fought it. So like I'm whacking this ant over and over and over and over. That health bar is not moving. The butt gem shows up. I make contact and it gets there. I'm like, oh my god, I have to do this how many times? Like this is what it's taking so long. Surely I'm doing something wrong. No, that fight's just kind of not great. But yeah, no, Kojiro is my actual pick. My god. It was so weak.
You say Kojiro is your worst.
Final answer, yeah. Just like the potential versus actual result is just such a downer.
Going to fight you in a duel, Musashi.
Ha!
Ladies, it's time to party.
Pretty much.
What's this guy's name? Kojiro?
Nice.
All you can eat's favorite place.
Mr. Bincho tight.
Yeah.
What's up, Binchos? It's time to party.
That's getting clipped.
I need you to make a picture. I'll fucking do it. I'm gonna make a picture that's got Scottie Pippen, but it's Kojiro's face and the two ladies on it are just Bincho fields. Like it's what it's gonna be.
He's got Lumina. This is 1 6-footer I can't handle.
Yeah, ladies, it's time to party.
You can make that Photoshop and I'll plop it in.
Got you.
Well, no, if he's the opposite of Musashi in every way, that would be great because Musashi canonically hates women.
Yeah.
So that works out just fine.
And is pretty clueless.
Oh yeah.
God.
Exactly.
All right,
so bosses.
Worst boss.
Bosses.
Man, I think, again, this is me just not having an understanding of... I got the water relic. I didn't know I could hold to spray.
Oh no.
So...
Oh, so you were tap firing. Oh no.
Oh no.
When I fought the relic keeper...
Oh no.
Oh.
See, this is what's awesome when I don't get help,
no.
because I get to suffer in ways that 90s-year-old me would have suffered the same day, 2026, current year. So I was hitting him for like 8 damage every time he was phase changing.
That sucks so much.
Again, if you watch the whole thing, you're like, man, he's struggling. But I don't want to tell him how to fix it because it's funny. Like that's what the VOD is.
Aww.
Like heaving popcorn in my face. Like this is pretty entertaining though.
He's been trying to tie his shoes for 5 minutes. He's
God
crying.
bless him. We gotta let him try.
So I enjoyed the mine too much. That little mine
Dude,
cart.
the minecart thing
run.
is sick.
Oh, the run up to Queen. Honestly, the whole dungeon, the
Ruled.
inexplicable EDF cave, followed by the Donkey Kong minecart, like all of that was great. I loved that.
I got Sonic 2 bonus stage vibes from that in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, no, that's a better comparison actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because bombs and... I mean, there was no coins to collect, but I was just like, okay, you're bobbing and weaving, you're moving... What is it? You had 5 directions, I believe, so 180 degrees. And then at the end, you only get 4 hits. I did that on, like, my first try ever seeing it, and I only had 1 hit left. And at the end, I literally had a butthole pucker moment, because I was like, these are going so fast. You only have 1 gate to go through, and if you get hit, you die, and you have to start all over again. So I was proud of that whenever that
Nice.
I accomplished that little feat. But when it came to the relic keeper, I could not spray him down fast enough. I learned...
Get that picture.
Yeah. The screenshot of the Relic Keeper just weeping with its name card under it. Just
That's me pre and post fighting the relic keeper. That is literally it.
oh god.
If we're going with the 13 bosses that were provided on this list, like, I didn't have a lot of problems with Queen Ant, so I don't have that problem. I didn't tap fire Relic Keeper, so I don't have that problem. Kojiro is a wet fart, but that was more funny than, like, just bad. Personally, of the 13 they put on here, I think the worst one for me was the Vambi soldiers.
That's up there, yeah.
Almost for the same reason that says you were talking about earlier. Because I had the, oh shit, when did I save last on that
So wait, did
boss
we
battle.
all get got by the Vambi soldiers?
Yeah.
I think we all did. I don't think any of us got through it clean one time.
Man.
Dude, I didn't have a chance. Did you swing once and then immediately get caught and he goes, ah, and then die? Like, because that's what happened to me. I didn't get a chance to play.
I think I got through, there's like 3 parts. So
Right.
he talks at 3 different times, and the third time is when he's like, oh, I need to make it to 6 a.m. so the sun will come through. He doesn't tell you that throughout the entire of that situation. So you're kind of just trying to figure out, what's the flag?
Right.
What am I trying to do in this boss battle to win it? Because hitting these things is not doing it. So the entire time I'm just trying to do like whatever combos I can. So I was trying to do my best to keep it going. That boss battle feels like it takes forever. And then if you get grabbed, you're fucked.
You're dead.
I don't think you can. If you get grabbed once, you're dead.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get out of it.
That was the thing that shocked me to the point where I thought something had gone wrong, because you fight regular Vambis before this, right? And they are, I mean, they'll snag you now and again, but they're pretty much chumps, right? And then they break in half and whatever. So I was just fighting, and on my first go, I got all the way to, wow, the sun's almost up, and then immediately beefed it.
I did not get.
I
that
did not
far.
catch up. Well, I was, to be fair, I should not have, because I was just swinging into all of them like I owned the damn church. It
Right.
was, I was playing like a moron and just nearly lucked into clearing it the first time. That was my only health death with the like bed res and all through the whole game. Fortunately, I'd saved right before I walked in there, so I didn't have the 90s moment.
I didn't.
But
so
I was.
I did.
Oh no!
Nope. So you would figure if the fucking churchgoer tells you, "Hey, come back at 2 a.m. so I can like airlift you up into this church so you can hear the noises that are happening," a smart person would go, "Man, it's probably a good time to save." No, my dumbass just power napped on the floor next to the church and was like, I got this shit. So I went into that boss battle, lost, and then proceeded to then lose about 45 minutes of game time. Same thing that happened to you. I lost like an hour of my life. I had to go
Yep.
back, just got to it. That time I saved, and then proceeded to beef that boss 4 fucking times in a row to where I did not get to the third part. So I'm like, I am scratching my head to the point of scabs at this point where I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, finally I just get the God run where Musashi's like, oh, her, you have to wait until 6 a.m. And I'm like, that's it? That's all I had to do? And then I proceed to beat it immediately the next time. And I'm like,
I guess everybody's copy really is personalized, because my Vambis were anemic. They didn't do anything.
you didn't have to fucking wait an hour and a half on that boss. Like, I could have, man, my runtime, 10% of my game was Vambi soldiers. Like, that shit sucked.
God.
That is kind of rough.
That shit sucked so much for me.
Okay, so Kojiro at the bottom, but Vambi Soldier's close second. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
So, best boss, who do y'all got?
Cool.
'Cause I'll tell you, if you want, I'll start.
Sure.
Because I feel like I'll give you a couple that I really enjoyed. I really liked Relic Keeper because I didn't have the problem you had.
Nope.
Says. I liked Frost Dragon because I think it's the most, like, expanded in terms of, like, an actual boss battle. I think my favorite boss battle was the Tower of Death. Like, I was a big fan of the Tower of Death.
Same runner-up, same winner.
Buddy.
Tower of Death is my favorite. Ice Dragon close second. Love them. Love them.
Because it's funny, you have the most useless fucking scroll in the entire game, the Sky Scroll. It's like, let me fart in the air and just float. This is all the Sky Scroll is good for. No useful... It's just plot so we could say we had 5 scrolls. That's it.
Yeah.
It can't even look cool. It doesn't even have the decency to like make him do a sword helicopter or anything.
But
he just floats.
The Tower of Death feels so goddamn left field at times because you're like, okay, floating, like you're floating up and down. It looks like this big like mothership like computer kind of thing, and you're trying to find the one spots to hit it with Lumina. Great. Okay, now you've got like the obstacles that are jutting out of it. You got the like pieces that if you touch them it hurts, and as the lightning that comes out that if you get it you get shocked. And you're like, all right, now we're doing stuff, and then the eyeballs show up, and you're like, what the fuck is this? What am I looking at right now? And then you get hit by it, and it reverses your fucking controls, and you're like, why did they wait until the end of the game to do this shit? This boss is fucking awesome.
I felt that way about, like, the whole end chunk of the game in the soda float castle, whatever. Soda fountain
thing. Yeah.
That. Yeah. So, like, that whole section, with the exception of the trial and error gauntlet, is great. Like, I love it. I love that it immediately onboards you for Sky, even though it is the worst of the set that you get, right? It's the worst crest. Not going to challenge that at all.
Yeah.
Then boss fight. Okay. Then trial and error zone, whatever. Then boss fight. All right, cool. Then giant combat sequence that the game never gives you until now, right? Which was awesome. Like Konami levels of just like go, 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 Ikari Warriors type shit. Then Topo.
I love Topo.
I love Topo.
I love Topo
dun,
so
dun,
much.
Dun, dun, dun. And then they fucking throw Tower of Death at you. And it's just, oh my god, this game has stuff. Like, Chapter 5 has almost nothing in it. It's like, oh, they put all the good shit into 6. That's what that means to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, what you got says best boss.
It's literally the same as you two. Like, runner-up, Frost Dragon.
Tower of Death.
Yeah.
Number one,
Yes!
Tower of Death.
It's so good.
Yes.
The movement in Tower of Death when you're flying is some of the smoothest, and it feels like you have way more agency. Like, it feels like you're now powered up character. Like, for the first time in the game where it's like, oh, you felt pretty strong. Now it's like you're fighting this literal, I don't know, cyber rock, sentient, ancient demon. I don't know.
With
Like,
some kind of eldritch thing in it? Like,
Right. And I enjoyed that. I got punished a bunch, but I enjoyed that because it makes you as the player go, get good, idiot, or bring some more cheese. Like, I don't know. You gotta figure it out.
You were such a cheese man.
I was a
dude.
cheesehead.
Oh,
Y'all both. And I was telling Demetri about this because again, the style of play for the three of us is so vastly different. You like whenever I watch y'all play, because for context, I beat the game a week before y'all did. So I got to watch y'all play the game after I had refreshed it in my brain, and I fucking slam-assed the game in like 12 hours. Demetri, I know you used the combo system a good bit, and would sometimes use BP if it made sense. You find
I would say the other way. I leaned on BP moves the most because I thought they were they were probably my favorite mechanic. Is just like, oh, it's like action Kirby.
Yeah.
Right? So like I want to use these constantly. These are sick.
So
and
y'all two were,
and I use combos some.
Yeah, y'all two were kind of the same way then, because every time I watched you play, you were assimilating fucking everything.
I like
everything.
I like the Kirby power up. I like to figure out.
And that's not a bad thing at all. It just makes me laugh because I play the game never using the BP. I was just sword and board the entire fucking game.
Yep.
Just never did it. Never bothered. I only used BP when I absolutely had to. But never did I go out of my way to like find other like am I playing like half the game? Sure. I don't know, man. It felt right. So I'm watching y'all go through the gauntlet at the end of the game, and you're using homing missiles and grenades, which by the way, I was telling Sez about this earlier. The amount of fucking damage that Sez was doing with the grenades makes me feel
bonkers.
Stupid
Yeah.
with how I was playing the gauntlet.
You fought your way through it. We didn't see you do that, right? Like, but that's just how you went about it.
Sword and board.
I
Whole way.
homing missiled my way through it and felt like I was like cheating. and then says, "I saw you grenade a door down," and I went, "Oh, we're both idiots." Like, just
I think so D and I were watching you beat the game,
Right?
Because you were streaming it on Twitch, and we were on Discord watching you play the game. Neither of us had thought in our mind to assimilate the walking grenadier. So when you did it, it was like Musashi assimilated grenade, and we're like, ooh, grenade, what's that all about? It's like throwing a devastating grenade at people's enemies. Consumes 50 BP.
50!
Which is a ton.
For context, if you have the max amount of BP, if you have found all the Binchos, if you hit all the scrolls, your max is 500. So at full BP, you are allowed 10 grenades, which is insane. So we saw the number count. We're like, ooh, 50? Fuck that. Why would you ever do... And then you threw one, and we shut the fuck up immediately. Because we saw you hit one of the guys that throws the tri-bullets, and you did 1,026 damage, and we just...
and then he
went
refunded
silent.
the amount with a BP pickup, and we were like,
Yeah.
oh,
we're the idiots. We're
I'm
fucking
dumb.
stupid,
Yeah.
actually.
Now, that said, that absolutely did go back to bite you when you fought the warhead.
Oh, that
The lasers.
was rough.
Oh man.
That was super rough.
Dude, that
'Cause
fucked everybody.
I
That fucked
tried to
everybody
reach it
over.
with the sword, and I was like, "Oh, Musashi's tiny kid-ass arms can't reach this." So I think I hit him with one grenade, and I was like, "Great!" And then I tried to throw it again, and he's like, "You're out, bud."
empty-handed.
And I was like, "Uh-oh."
You
ran out,
reached in your
yeah.
pocket and got air, and you're like, uh-oh.
I did.
I think you lost like 2 drinks to that. I think D lost 2 drinks to that. I lost 2 drinks to that. Like that, the warhead. You know what? I think the warhead's the worst boss of the game. If I'm gonna be honest with
We
you.
could add it as a 14th boss so it can take last fucking place. That thing is...
So
I do want to touch something.
Yeah, go for it.
on
Well, we can
the
also add more
Sky
later.
Fortress. I want to go to the part where you go, oh, the random 2-door choice in the fountain. Did you know that there was a calendar that the lady gave you so that you knew which door to go through?
I thought that calendar was
I
for something else.
used it for something
What?
else.
Oh,
So...
A great segue. A great segue. So Ruben, let's talk about the Sky
Yeah,
Castle
let's
puzzle.
actually.
All right. So okay. So chapter 6, you find your way back on the dead end. John and Leno. I think his name is Leno.
Yeah, it is.
Dog's
The
name's
dog.
Leno.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So John and Leno pick you up from your sleep. And they go, hey, man, you doing all right? You hanging in there? Great. How many scrolls you got? 4? Bless. You need to show up. Here's a note. Musashi can't read, by the way, but here's a note
Yeah.
that says, you need this thing, and this
Oh, the
thing.
note
There's
that John
3
gave me
clues.
that I never read?
Dude!
The note that John gave you that you never read. Yes, that thing.
Oh.
That is part of the Sky Castle puzzle. When you reach chapter 6, you are essentially at the point of no return. This is when you need to wrap up everything. Have you found all your Binchos? Have you found all your legendary armor? Have you bought everything that you need? Are you set up with your items? Have you checked all the boxes that you need to check? This is the time to do it. Because the point of no return is time locked in a very specific manner. If you notice the calendar, there are 7 days to the calendar. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sky Day. Sky Day is Friday. Sky Day is the only time that the sky crest will allow you to reach the point of no return. Even more so, there is a 6-hour time window on Sky Day from 6 a.m. until noon. That Steamwood Forest is raining. This is the only time you can go to the point of no return. You stumbled your fucking way into that and had no idea.
We were losing it because you were in the right place at the right time and touching money you did
Picking
not
up your $500 coin.
Often, who fucking cares where in the woods?
I did.
When you could have been leaving.
I was like, oh, I love
Yeah.
the rain that's in this area. That's pretty cool.
So-
$500, please.
And then you walked up and tried it again when you had failed before and succeeded, and we both just went, he
No
has
idea.
no
And-
fucking
you even
idea
say
what
it.
he just
You
did.
said it
That's
yourself. You go back to the fucking VOD. You're like,
Or this time it works. Because I tried it twice, and it didn't work. And then it worked the third time.
that didn't work twice. Last 2 times. I wonder why it worked. And Demetri and I are like, yeah, I wonder why it fucking worked, man. Huh. So I did the math, okay? There are 168 hours in a week. You had a 6-hour window of 168 hours. If you were fucking 30 seconds later on stumbling around Steamwood Forest, you would have had to wait a fucking in-game week to go do it again, and you would have never fucking known that you hit that. You had a 3.6% chance to hit the numbers right. And you literally, on your way to go pick up money off the ground like a heathen, found your fucking way to the sky crest and made yourself go to the point of no return. You're like, huh, I wonder how I did that. And like, Demetri and I are fucking losing our minds because it's so specific. It's a specific day, it's a specific time, and it's in a specific place. Honestly, the percentage I gave you is probably less if you constitute the amount of places that you have to be at.
For sure. Dude, I was screaming at that screen watching you stumble into a win like I had bet, or like I had thrown a parlay on you with my kids' college fund. Like, I was losing it. Like, I could not believe, because I read the note, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually. All right, so it's sometime on Sky Day. And then I didn't clock, I saw the rain mentioned in there, and then I was like, yeah, it does rain once in a while, but I didn't fully put it together until it started raining on Sky Day, and I was like, oh, now, okay, I hit the button, and I get in, right?
Nope!
I had to wait,
Your
2
bitch
in-game
just
days.
walked
You
into it!
just went there!
I need a mathematician to just pull up how many different places you can be in the all-you-can-eat palace, area across a 6-hour time window of 168 hours, and then I need.
Dude, he could have been fucking around on Twin Peak Mountain.
Could've.
Like,
Could've.
There's no limit to the amount of ways that could have gone wrong, but every single star aligned. Like, it's insane.
And I was laughing too because I was like, I don't think he bought anything for this. Like, you're supposed to stock up for the point of no return, and then I think at some point you paused to put on the fire scroll, and what's in your fucking item? Like 6 cheeses. I was like, oh, he's good. Never mind.
Yeah.
He's fucking got it. Never fucking
Jesus
never
turns
mind.
water and
Why did I
wine.
ever doubt you?
I just bring cheese to the party.
Fucking grilled cheeses over here, taking himself to the thirst quencher empire and taking it to him.
Musashi's not gonna shit for a week, but he is gonna save the princess, so I think it's a reasonable trade.
Literally,
Fucking stopped up.
what I thought happened was, I talked to the guy twice, and it finally hit a flag, and then I just was like, ooh, rain.
Nope.
And then I activated the wind scroll, and then it went up, and it worked.
Not even fucking close, man.
No, rain.
And then you use I'm not going to dog you on this because there is a very possible chance that calendar meant something. Because I will tell you this too, when you were doing that puzzle with the revolving doors, you were hitting a lick in a way that
Yeah.
Demetri and I were like, he's cheating. He's gotta be cheating. Because you're just hitting things that made no sense. But apparently, the calendar might have 2 uses that we didn't know about.
Really?
Okay, so when you were going through the fucking area, you know the spot where you have to use the water scroll to extinguish the flames to pull down the bridge so you can go under it?
Right.
You didn't even see the fucking fire. You just tapped the water scroll because I'm guessing you were just reading the calendar. And Demetri and I looked at each other and were like, how the fuck did he know that? How did you do that?
You hit that shit like it was like all of a sudden you were having a speed run moment. And it was just like, what in the hell? Like, I walked past the thing and was like, oh, okay, I need to interact with the torches, and then went back for it. You're just like, through the door, okay, down. And I'm like, what in... Why?
Our brains work differently, man.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I knew
Your splits were so good, man.
Gold through the soda dungeon, let me tell you. All the way down.
for me at the end, I don't know if it's like a Mega Man. I've never really played a Mega Man through and through, but I've seen people do it where it's like you need to
that's going on the
use
list.
the right thing to open the door. You have to use the key or whatever power you assimilated, right? Or the scroll that you did. And I was like, oh, all of this makes sense. And then I read the calendar and I was like, oh, I need to like draw all these symbols because one of these symbols is correct and one of these isn't. Like, and I noticed that there was only 2 doors because the first one I walked through, I was like, oh, this is what the calendar's for. When I didn't even freaking realize that I hit probably the luckiest lottery draw of my life.
Now I'm curious.
Curious about what?
I'm curious if the calendar actually does that because I've never
I literally have all the images written down, and I would look and I'd be like, that one is next in the sequence. The other one is not.
That's fucking crazy.
And it tries to fool you the entire time.
I thought it was supplementary with the note that John gives you because the note spells out. So, like, my logic was the note spells out what you actually have to do to get to the place, right?
Right.
But the calendar shows the layout of a week. And I was like, oh, okay, so whichever one is Sky Day lines up for this or whatever. It was just like a supplementary hint.
Dog, I didn't even know
right?
Sky Day existed.
Yeah, we know.
Like, yeah,
we know. We know. We saw.
We know. Hello.
We know. Demetri and I had to power nap a fucking week to wait for Sky Day. You walked into the door as the mall opened.
Caught the train in Marta.
Yeah.
As
Fucking ridiculous.
But yeah, I noticed that part of the puzzle almost immediately. I was like, that makes sense to me. This one has a symbol that is recognizable, and 1 out of let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 7 days in a week, and I was like 7 doors, and I love how they did that sequence till you get to the Tower of Power too, where it's like, oh, if you got past this first part, we got to prove that you're like a true owner of all the 5 scrolls. Like, you have to hit the button on the first one to reveal the secret lift that actually gets you to the correct door, or you have to hover over the spikes using the sky scroll, and then it like reveals the correct door path. Like, that's what I loved about that whole sequence, where it was like, if you are a pretender to the throne, you will die here, but if you actually own everything, that you will progress to fight Ben and Ed and Topo and all them.
Oh, okay.
What I'm hearing is I need to play games at an 8 to 10 hour duration so I can get to that mindset, because that never hit me. Now I just slammed my fucking head against every door that could.
So you just both of you coin flipped that entire thing?
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Well, so
yeah.
generally speaking, my thing was, what's the harder path? I'm taking that one, and that was usually right.
Right.
But if you ever make a mistake, you're back at the beginning anyway.
Correct.
So that's my problem, is that I would fuck up a spin on one of the gymnastics poles and just send my ass right back to the start. Or I'd walk out into the wind hallway, not conveniently get stuck in the door frame, and just get puffed off. I'm like, all right, back we go.
Yep.
It was less that the doors were ruining me, and more just that if you mess up getting to any of the hard doors, you also go back to, right?
Gotcha. I understand that now.
If you
really
don't
quick,
swing, yeah, go ahead.
You know what did require an immense amount of trial and error at a certain point? That goddamn forest puzzle with the shogi pieces.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ruben, I need to know how you got this.
Buddy, I didn't know shogi was a thing. I wrote down all 3 things, okay? I wrote down the clue where it says, knight, don't worry about the face, so go straight up. Gold, 3 knights and a bishop, and then the other one that was left, right, left, straight. So, literally what I did was, I brute forced the little part of it where I go, oh, you start left, and then I went left, right, up. Oh, it didn't matter for up. And then I did left, right, up, and I failed again. So I would just go left, and then up, and then up. And then I went right, and I was like, okay, I've got the second sequence, and now I'm going to go left, right, and up. And then at that point, I realized that it is the direction left, then 2 ups, then the direction right, 2 ups, then the direction right again, and then 2 ups, left, 2 ups, and then 3 times straight, and you got to the frost. That was it. That's how I figured it out, which is probably
Just
not the
slam.
correct way.
That is a pretty reasonable way to go about it. Can I tell you what I did?
What?
I followed Mercenary A's instructions. I either misinterpreted, fucked up, or something on Mercenaries B's, so I brute forced the entire middle of the puzzle. So I have in my notes, I have the combination, which is left, up, right, up, left, up. The right, up, left in there, I have a little marker under that I wrote the trial and error zone under, where I just kept running to that part of the puzzle, trying a door.
Yeah.
Because, like, I just couldn't get there. And then when I cleared that part of it and I got to the part where you just had to go straight a bunch, I was like, okay, and then I do this part, and it worked perfectly. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got wrong about Mercenary B, but I just didn't have it. So the first part, totally fine. Third part, totally fine. Middle, disaster. Solved it, because there's only so much of that you can try, right? There's only so many combinations. But, like, even with that permutation list there, it's just like, it's 100% my fault, but fuck.
I love the fact that this is people's childhood games. And you're like, oh yeah, Squaresoft, they've got these really amazing RPGs that tell these great stories, and then you could think of some fuck-ass kid coming out of, like, elementary school or middle school, and then Scribe Shanky goes, you know what shogi is? And you're like,
Yeah.
huh? And then you're stuck for an hour.
You know what you do then?
Going,
You buy the official player's
That's
guide.
how they made
That's
money.
what you do.
oh yeah.
Tips and Tricks
yeah.
magazines were
Oh yeah.
frequent around my house at that point.
Yeah.
Where is my issue of EGM? I need to know what Sean Baby thinks of Brave Fencer Musashi.
Call the hotline, maybe you'll get him.
I think. Oh yeah. So I think the only things I have left is characters don't stay long enough. In parentheses, where the fuck do people go? And then the soundtrack is incredible. That's about the only other things I have.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the soundtrack is just a go listen to it and you'll understand. Like, this is a top-tier PS1 soundtrack, in every regard.
Yeah.
They have a million tracks they just use once, just like everything else in this game, because it was a different time with different budgets. And, like, it's bangers all the way down. There's not a single bad track.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
It's so good. And the more musicians that you save from the Bincho fields will actually add to the castle's music every time. Which was, like,
Never noticed.
such a nice... Oh, when you, like, rescue him, he's like, oh, you came here to hear me play bongos. And then there's, like, a sick-ass drum beat that starts playing with that stock music that you started with at the beginning of the game. And then the musician, or was it the conductor, comes in, the flautist, or whoever else it was. I can't remember all 4 of them. But, like, literally, you can go back and you can hear when you rescue the guy and you meet him, another track is added.
I need you to remember that throughout the entirety of my stay, I was making myself at home with Hotello, so I didn't know.
You still had to go back to the town to talk to the princess when she was Topo. Like,
One paying attention. One not a single iota of attention.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't notice that until you called it out at one point.
Really?
And I went and checked
Oh
it.
my
I was like, fuck. Yeah, no, didn't catch on to that at all.
You're the music
I
major
thought
here,
it was-
man. Like, we didn't fucking get it.
Sure.
No, and don't get me wrong. Like, it was incredibly cool, but I didn't clock it, like, at all.
Oh,
Nope.
I
I
heard
just
it
didn't-
immediately. I was like, oh, cool, you save him and you add it to the track. Like, I'm so pinpoint accurate on the smallest, most insignificant things, but I could stumble my ass backwards to go to the Sky Fortress.
I
stupidest way.
do love the range that you have, where it's like I spent 6 hours trying to get through the Cuphead tutorial, but I found my way through the 0.5% runner royal flush to get to the Sky Castle. I love the range
And,
you got here.
and clear Dark Lumina on no health, no items, fucking, like, scraping paint.
Oh, do we want to talk about that? Do we all want to talk about our experiences?
Because I had to tell both of y'all how that final boss worked.
I did not pass the
Because-
vibe check on that one. That upset me. That I was not good in my critical thinking skills to assimilate Dark Lumina final.
Assume the only boss you can assimilate.
Dude,
The last thing I'll say about Dark Lumina, it's not even about Dark Lumina. Can I tell you I died 4 times on the platforming?
what?
get up
You
to
can
that
die to
boss.
that?
Yeah. Says I said the same thing. He told me that
Oh,
randomly
no.
last night, and like before we were prepping for all of this and all, and I was just like,
Oh no.
really? Like, I couldn't
And mind you,
believe
if you
it.
die, you go back to the save point. The save point is like, it's not far, but you have to redo the jumps to get to that point.
The bridge.
So it just
Okay.
added unnecessary parts to it, and then I would get back to it, and then I would get like 5 in. I was like, too close to the edge, and it would stop, and then like reposition myself. I'd eat shit, and I'd do it again. I'm like, I'm an embarrassment right now.
Look, I'm glad Crash Bincho
This
could
is
mess
good.
someone else up at some point.
Okay, talking Dark Lumina final. I'm so angry. Literally, when I got to Dark Lumina final, it literally tells you what to do. After you dodge the fire attack on the first one, it gets in your face. And what do we try to do? We try to use the fire scroll. Okay, that didn't work. It's now blowing wind in your face. You change to the wind scroll. A wind attack. I take 20 damage by running into it. Use fusion, dumbass. Like, it's everything that you tried. Try that other thing that you forgot that you learned literally minute 1 to assimilate and get gun hand. That's what pissed me off. And I literally forgot to hold R1 and throw my dinky fusion at it to assimilate it.
I think I gave D maybe 3 EX drinks where I was like, do you want a hint, man? Like, because I really don't want you to do this whole boss fight over again.
I tried. I was so methodical. I tried every element matching what he was actively using. I tried every element that seemed like it opposed it. I tried charging attacks. I tried the spin.
Yep.
I think I might have actually did literally every offensive move,
Yep.
including combos, that wasn't throwing the damn sword.
I did the sky when he did the 5-star attack.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, just throw Lumina, dumbass. Like, that's what it literally turned into. He zooms up into your camera. If you run into him, you take damage. If you run away, he runs towards you. He's like, I'm here.
He does
Do
get
it.
he does get in your grill, and he's like, "What are you gonna do?" And you're like, "Ugh." It does make me laugh because like the moment it clicked for y'all, and you're like, "Oh, that's how you fucking do it." Then you all just start rampaging
Oh,
that
you
final
only have
boss.
to hit him
Because
5
it's a
times and
breeze.
It's over. Yeah.
It's a cinch. Like, he literally can't kill you with an endgame amount of health without items if you know what you're doing. There's no way. Like, he just doesn't have enough moves. You know?
Correct.
It
So
is
funny.
it is a chump fight that gets by entirely off of A, looking really cool, and B, just like the one thing you have never ever needed to do in a boss environment ever. Like, at any point. You got to do it now. And it's
He's
like
Dark
it's really.
Lumina.
I like
He's not
that.
affected by Lumina.
I like that it's full circle. I like all of that. I
Yeah.
just never would have thought of it at all.
You just become brain dead and you forget that you have another sword.
You got another button.
That's what
You have another
happens.
button. Use all the buttons. Use everything in your arsenal.
I
Like,
should have
the-
used the freaking note against him, and I would have had a better chance.
in a weird way, it is kind of an interesting summary of the entire game, right? So like,
I love it.
there's this notion that exists sort of broadly today that like if you look back at a lot of PS1 games, like Square stuff especially of the era, a lot of things that got made then people say you can't make now, and they're right, but not for the reasons they think. So like, this game has a million ideas, right? Like the fire dungeon, for example, has 4 dungeons in it, right? None of that stuff gets used anywhere else in the game. There is a ton of stuff in this that just exists, and they had like a handful of programmers, one scenario writer, character designer. Like, it was the team, the amount of people that got credits in this game was just over 100. We checked. But it is fascinating to see the sheer amount of ideas this game has. It uses exactly once and says, yep, got the message across, never touching that again. So, like, to bring it back around to the core mechanic, which is fusion at the very last minute, as in, like, you thought we forgot. You forgot, didn't you? You forgot, didn't you, kid? I love it. I love it. Like, it is such a great full circle moment. It shows they really had an understanding of, like, the kind of design that they were so good at in the 90s that now, like, budgets and teams and experience and everything else just don't line up anymore. Like, if you tried to make a game that works this way today, it would either be 4 hours long or it would cost $1 zillion and make no money and everyone would get fired.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
This game feels like Scope Creep, the video game, but somehow works perfectly.
Yeah,
fine.
it all makes sense. Like, the only weird thing is that the like, Chapter 5 doesn't exist. That's, like, the one weird hole. It's like, I don't understand why Chapter 5 is, like, 20 minutes long. Everything else, yeah.
We got Steamwood, Vambies. We got the church. Ants back to the game. It's like, all right.
Hi, baby, I missed you. Let me show you how much.